what's up, guys? Um, Man, I guess I just want to vent a little bit because honestly, man, I'm having like a pretty lonely week, man. Like, kind of the loneliest week I think I've felt in a while, and it's made me kind of reflect on just how lonely life starts to feel as you get older. And I don't know, it's kind of got me going down a rabbit hole. I'm starting to think like, I don't know, it almost just like I don't want to blame it on like being a dude, but I know there's a lot of lonely dudes, but it's got me like going down this rabbit hole where I have been thinking like, man, something about us guys, man, it's like we're expendable, and I guess I don't know. I feel like people do think that, like how often do guys kind of like you know, pay attention to each other when you're out and about, other than making sure they're not a threat. Like every now and again, you can get like some like, yeah, bros, like every now and again, just something small, I guess. So there's a positive, but it's got me thinking, man, because I know there is like an epidemic of like lonely dudes nowadays, and and potentially even like from younger self till now as well. If you just weren't lucky enough to get some groups of friends and whatnot. But as I get older, man, I just realized like, well, one, I'm going through like a breakup this week, so it's like the person I would talk to the most. Not talking to him right now. She kind of annoyed me, and I don't know. It kind of just feels like the end of that. And I guess maybe where the expendable comes from, because dude, I don't know why girls are like this way. And I know there's some that maybe aren't. I don't know. I haven't met one that isn't. But and like I get it. I can understand why they do this. But dude, they are so ready to fill that void so quick. Like, give me attention. Like, I need to fill this lack of attention with more attention. I don't care who it is. It's almost like they treat us all the same. While like I like when I'm done talking to a girl, I need a little bit. Like I'm drained from it, and I don't want to jump in and learn about like a new girl's life and hobbies, and aspirations and all that stuff. Like I'm just not ready yet, to invest in that. And it's not that I don't care. It's just like it's just a lot to take in. If you're like being genuine with someone and like wanting to hear them and you know, form some kind of connection. These women, man, and I know there's probably some that aren't, but man, I don't know. Point me in that direction. I'd be curious. Because, dude, it's like you have a little falling out and it won't even be that long, and these girls be posting like thirst trap pictures, to get, and it's obvious what they're doing, they want people to jump in that inbox and, you know, start the move on process like that, I suppose. And it's crazy because I've seen it with girls who are in long relationships. Like this one I was last in, it was almost a year. It'd be a year next month. So not that long, but kind of long. That was a year of my life of, you know, this girl, man, she would send like books for text messages, but then in person wouldn't talk as much. And it's like, bro, I don't want to be spending 30 minutes of my day reading one text and replying. It's like, let's catch up and talk, throughout the day a little bit, but then like let's actually catch up when we hang out. And she wasn't like that. It was actually quite the opposite. And that was kind of annoying. But dude, like even yeah, girls in like long relationships, they they just find someone, and it is easy for them. And I would say it's not even necessarily hard as a guy to find a girl quick. Like there's so many out there. But I will say, and I don't know if this is coming off sexist at this point, but I will say there's also an epidemic of undateable women, dude. Like the ones that are, they're already swept up, you know? Like especially at this age when you're in your later 20s, for sure, man. Like they just are. Like if you meet like a really sweet girl who's like cute and she just has a good like vibe about her and stuff, and there's an attraction there, and then but it's like, oh, she has a guy. That makes sense. Why wouldn't she? You know? And the ones that don't, I didn't mean for this to turn into like some women roast, but like the ones who don't, man, are like these single moms. And it's like, man, I'm not ready to, like, I know I don't need to like come take care of this kid, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like we're in different checkpoints, you know? It's like, if they're single in their later 20s, they have a kid. If anyone's single in their later 20s, we're also all like kind of heartbroken in a way, because we all probably, most of us, had a long-term relationship or a real relationship, one or two, you know, maybe a high school one and then a post-high school one, uh, and those are obviously ended. So now you're just kind of this dried up, getting older. Potentially wrinkles are coming in. Some people get a little gray in their hair. You know, I got a couple of gray hairs in my beard now, which is crazy. It's like, damn, I'm dying, I guess. And that's just where it's at. And that, you know, that is what it is. You know, it is, you know, it's fine, I guess. But, you know, it's just, and even just like trying to meet someone new super quick feels, it's just draining, man. It's a lot of work. And, you know, and like I said, like, I just don't think, you know, I think it's personality based too. Is like, I don't know, it could just be the area I'm in, to be honest. Like, a lot of these girls just don't feel dateable. Um, you know, Uh, to some they could, you know, potentially, but you know, party girls who, you know, kind of embrace that whole lifestyle, like you do you, embrace you, live your life. That's totally fine. But I don't want to be spending money and time on like that kind of stuff. You know, it's just not for me, man. Like I like a good one on one. Let's get cozy, have some good conversation, and enjoy something together. You know, like I'm just not at that point in my life where I am into like partying and whatnot. And hookup culture is, it's rough, man. Like I get it. Like I think we've all have slept with more people than we probably feel like we should have. I know I have. You know what's crazy? I was seeing this girl before. I was seeing this girl that I just broke it off with, and we were going, and it was going pretty good. It was fine. This girl before, and it wasn't that long. It was like maybe like 3 months of kind of seeing each other. Nothing serious, really. But I remember one time she told me her body count. I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask because I don't want to know, really, especially at this age. Like I don't want to know. And like I said, I think we all have, you know, a good few that are probably like, I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. That wasn't the move, and I did it. And you just, don't you feel bad after? I always felt bad after if it was like, oh, that was just like a hookup. Like, this isn't really going anywhere. This feels weird. I feel bad. Um, but you know, like leading up to it, it's not like you're like nefarious and trying to make that happen. It's just like that is what you wanted, and then once you got it, you're like, ugh, that's not what I wanted, man. Oh man, you get what I'm saying? Anyone? Oh man, hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. I just need to just rant a little bit, man, because this week I've just been lonely, bro, and like even bros, man, and not to make it go back to women, man, but dude, like, do you guys have buddies who, when they get a girlfriend, they're just off the grid? Like, you just don't hear from them anymore, or like maybe occasionally you do hear from them, but there's never any like plans, or you know, they won't game anymore because now they're gaming with their girlfriend. And it's like, bro, I have asked you for years to play this game, and now you guys play it every night. That's crazy. You're not going to extend an invite? That's fine. You guys do you, but it's like, damn, bro. I have so many buddies like that where they, like, dude, so many late night Discord calls with the boys. And dude, I had a girlfriend at that time. I I like a break. You know, I like some boy time, shooting the shit with the boys. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like that's healthy too. Like, I don't want to spend all 24/7 with really any person, but like your significant other or whatever, like all day, every day. I don't know, man. Like, I guess it's hard when you're like living with them and stuff, but still, also not really. It's like cool. We'll have dinner after work. We'll kind of catch up. Maybe we'll have a plan this night, but if we don't have a plan this night, I'm hanging out with the boys, bro. Uh, and I feel like that's healthy. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Obviously, it only matters if the boys are happy doing their thing. But I've just noticed so many dudes just like go MIA once they get a girlfriend, and it's just I feel like that adds to the loneliness of dudes, man. Because then once they eventually break up, hopefully they don't, but breakups happen all the time. It's like, dude, all that time just gone, and now you don't even want to like probably reflect on those memories, and now it hurts. And now where are the boys at? Because you left your boys, and now those boys that you left have a girlfriend, and they're doing the same shit. Oh, dude, it's like we're getting swept up by these little witches, man. uh, but yeah, man, I don't know, just feeling lonely. Feel like us boys don't really check in on each other too much, and occasionally, maybe we will, and but oftentimes it doesn't go that deep. And I know there's like, I don't know if it's like a guy pride thing. I feel like it's not, but maybe that's the best word for it. Or it's like you don't want to be like a guy who like complains and like opens up about your problems and stuff. Kind of on us to just like fight through it. It is what it is. Just go through it. What would be the advice someone would say to me, and then you just kind of throw that in your head. And you're like, well, I guess that's the answer. The answer is suck it up. Let's go. Move on. But I think it's just the acknowledgement of just like someone just caring to know, I guess. Uh, Curious about you, maybe gas you up a bit. I always make sure to gas up the boys. Like, if they walk in and I notice that pair of shoes, bro, I'll point it out. That shirt looking sick, I'll point it out. You get a haircut, point it out. Not like hey, did you get a haircut? Be like, bro, this guy looking fly. Like, whatever, just gas up. You got to make your boys feel good. Because I feel like it doesn't happen enough, to be honest. And I don't know, maybe I also feel this way because I don't use like social media and stuff. I don't like post pics and stuff for that attention stuff, even though it is an easy way to get attention. Go on Snapchat, post a couple selfies and stuff, and just get a bunch of girls giving you little heart emojis or like cute, and you can do that. Maybe that's, I don't know, maybe later this week I'll do that if I'm still feeling this, but I don't know. I see the girls on my Snap, and the ones that seem kind of cute and cool don't really post anymore because they got boyfriends, and I'm not going to be no home wrecker. But you know what's crazy? These girls don't even care. Some of them do. Some of them do, God bless their hearts. But I'm thinking of some specific ones. Dude, there was this one girl, this was like, dang, was this already like a year and a half ago or something? This girl, she would like message me so much on Snap, and she would send me a bunch of pictures of herself and all this stuff. And honestly, like, I didn't really engage that much with her because like she just wasn't a good conversationalist. Like, I tried and I was like, oh, there's nothing between those ears. So when she would send pictures, I would just be like, there she is, or like, oh, it's good to see you, just like that kind of stuff. And eventually got to the point where she would start like saying like how much she appreciated me. I'm like, you don't know me at all. It's like, she was just like, using me for attention, which I was fine with. I love some random nice pics. I'll take it. I'll light up my day a little bit, But then I find out one night, I think she was drunk. She started like opening up. I was like, oh damn, this is the most she's ever sent. I've actually like seen who this person is, other than she likes a day to remember, and she's busty, and she was like still saying how she's like still married. She has kids, and their marriage, like, she doesn't feel like loved by her husband. I'm like, bro, but like, if you still live with him, you probably are still sleeping with him. So he probably still thinks everything's kind of chill, even though you get on his nerves. And you're reaching out to random dudes to get their verification or, attention, acknowledgement. Ah, man. he's, I don't know, man. I feel like that shit's kind of psycho, to be honest. And I don't know. I'm not a girl, so, and I'm not trying to be sexist, man. I'm a dude. This is just a perspective from a dude. You know, a girl's perspective will be different. It'll be more empathetic. Where, you know, I'll try to be that. Where, you know, when time's passing as women and their looks start to fade, they probably feel that, they know that, and they just want to make sure that they're still like sought after. Because, you know, yeah, most girls can probably go into any store, any restaurant, and like find a guy and be like, "Hey, can I blow you?" And then, yeah, yup, yup, you'll make my fucking month. You'll make half of this year. You might make even more than that. I might think about that next year still. It'll stay in your mind forever, actually. Yo, these women should be blessing us more with that stuff. I know it happens sometimes, but damn. I need to walk into some crazy stores more, I guess. Uh, but yeah, not trying to be like sexist or whatever. Uh, really not. I just think us dudes, man, I just don't think people really care about us that much. you know? And, you know, we're the expendables, you know? And like, even for example, like, let's say you're doing stuff like, people respect guys when you have things going on where other people appreciate what you're doing. Be it, for instance, a project. If you guys have ever done music, that. If you're doing music, selling tickets, selling CDs, well, that was back when CDs, getting good streaming numbers, like decent, like it doesn't have to be millions, but dude, I had a project a few years ago, Faceless project. Uh, you know, it's just like artwork for the stuff. And it got lucky where it got a pretty good amount of streams and views pretty quick. And I only did it for like a year. And honestly, should have kept doing it probably because it was a good outlet. And I did get very lucky. Dude, yeah, got really lucky. Especially for like a Faceless thing. And it was also before this AI music, but that's a different topic for a different day that I want to go down because the AI music's insane. It's kind of fucked. But so it was Faceless, but like some people in my local circle like knew what I was doing and whatnot, and you know they were definitely more present. You know, like they would. It's bizarre, and I don't want to be cynical, but it's almost like I feel like they kind of siphon off that energy, where you know, like if you're kind of like in a down period as a dude, it feels like there's no one around. But if it seems like you're doing good, everyone's around. And it's like, I get it in a sense, because like you don't want to be around negative energy, but it's not like, I get if you're like complaining, because guys who like kind of complain too much, it can get a little overwhelming. Um, doesn't mean like every now and again to have like some real deep talks with the boys. I feel like that's important. But I hope you guys get what I'm saying. It's like when you got things going for you that people respect, they will just siphon. They'll siphon your energy, bro. They want your time and energy, man. I call them warlocks at times. It's like they're just soul draining that shit. But then, if you don't really got that stuff going, and you're just kind of doing your thing, not that things are like bad, but if you're just kind of living, you know, it's like, yeah, man, it's just like, damn. Half the time, most of the boys are busy with their girlfriends. Now your ex-girlfriend's looking for attention from different dudes. Um, and all these other girls have boyfriends or kids. So it's like, damn, good thing Marvel Rivals just came out not that long ago, because that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, boy. Give me that high life, climb that ranked ladder, bro. I'm going to rant about Marvel Rivals one of these days. I got some things to say about that. It's I haven't really played like a multiplayer game like this in quite some time, and it's very eye-opening to people. The behavior, the gaming behavior, it's kind of cringy, to be honest. But the game's great. But yeah, I just wanted to get some stuff off my chest. I'm feeling lonely, bro. Feeling lonely, man. I haven't like, I don't know. And I guess I could like reach out to some strangers, but I don't want to. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I need some time to reflect or whatever. But I was just thinking that us dudes, man, especially as we get older, it's just feels lonely out here. Especially when you got your boys, especially the ones who get married and they're just like completely off the grid, or the ones that move because of a girl, and you're like, dang, I haven't heard from him in years, and we were really good bros. Um, it happens. It is what it is, but it's lonely out here, bro. It'd be lonely out here, but I don't know. If you made it this far, uh, let me know if, well, one, let me know if that made sense. Let me know if you feel the same or whatnot. I hope you don't. I hope you're doing good. You know, if there's a positive, maybe you're just making fun of me. Be like, this fucking loser, bro. He's feeling lonely. And that's fine. As long as you're having a good time, man. But have a good rest of your day. Do something for yourself. Do something for someone else. Let's get it, bro. We got this.